welcome back to Beyond Studio Pilates. My name's Hannah, and today I just want to take you through a few arm exercises you can do with a resistance band. Now if you don't have a band, 2 cans would also do, or you can just do these with nothing and just do them as a body weight exercise. That's absolutely fine as well. I hope you find this really beneficial. We're going to interlace those fingers, bring your hands above your head, check in with that rib to hip connection, so make sure you haven't now jutted your ribs forward, and then we're just going to make a gentle circle above your head, mobilizing through those shoulders, just warming up that upper back. And then taking it in the other direction. And then we're going to start to make the circle a bit bigger. So we're going to lean to the left, bring your body all the way around the front, then back up to the right and round to the back. So a nice big circle. Still warming up here, so just make your circle as big as you feel comfortable, don't overdo it. So it's really working through that upper body now. Final 2 in this direction. And final 1. And then taking it in the other direction. Final 2. Final 1. And then coming back to the top, stretching your arms up above your head, and then stretching them, pushing them out to the side. Try and make your arms longer as you bring them back down to your side to give those shoulders a little wiggle. Okay. So next we're going to go on to some exercises with the band. So if you've got a resistance band, that will be really helpful. If you don't, you could use 2 cans or 2 water bottles filled with water, or you can just pretend for now that you've got some resistance behind those hands. So you're going to step 1 foot into the band, and then you're going to just hold the band so you've got some tension there. Make sure it hasn't rounded your shoulders. So think about shoulder blades melting down your back, shoulders staying near your sides. Core engaged, pelvic floor on, standing tall. If you don't have a band, you're going to either have 2 cans or 2 water bottles, or just imagine there's something heavy in your hands, and then from here you're just going to bring one hand up and then gently bring it down. So I want you to imagine there's some resistance on the way up and the way down if you don't have a band or cans. So you're gently bringing that arm up and then just as slowly taking it back down. So we're working that arm in both directions, and we're going to do 4 more on each side. Core engaged, standing tall. Think about your posture. Keep yourself in that good postural position. And we have 2 more on each side to go. Core engaged, belly button to spine. Final 1 in each direction. Shoulder blades melting down your back. Make sure your shoulders don't come forward as they high to your ears. Okay, from here, I'm going to step both feet into the band. Again, check that you've got enough band to play with. Going to take your pelvis backwards, bring your chest forwards. Careful what happens to your pelvis here. So make sure you haven't kind of like tilted your bum out or kind of really tucked it under, so you're really hollowing out your back. Think about having it so that it's as straight as it can be. So your tailbone is pointing off kind of semi towards the floor, semi towards the wall. Okay, so you're keeping that pelvis in neutral. Core engaged. Eye line, think about where you've got a nice long neck. Again, if you don't have a band or 2 cans. You're just going to imagine there's something heavy in your arms, keeping your elbows next to your sides. You're just going to extend out through that arm and then gently come back to the middle. So it's a really small, controlled movement working into those triceps, keeping everything else nice and still, pelvic floor on, core engaged. I'm going to do 6 more here. Just stretch out that arm. So you're not locking out that elbow, you're just taking it to as extended as you can without locking out that elbow. If you don't have a band, you're imagining you've got some really heavy weights in your hand and you're gently moving them backwards, and then you're slowly bringing those hands back down again. So it's a nice slow controlled movement, and we've got 3 more to go. 2 and final 1, and then stepping out of your band, we're going to go on to looking at working our rotator cuff. So bringing some band into the middle. So you need a bit of band to play with. Again, just check on your posture, make sure you're standing nice and tall, core engaged, pelvic floor. And if you don't have a band, you're going to imagine you've got a sponge in each hand. We're going to squeeze onto those sponges, and then you're going to just take your wrists out to the side, then gently back to the middle, and then release. So we're squeezing and out to the middle and release. Squeeze and out to the middle and release. Squeeze and out to the middle, release. Squeeze out to the middle, release. We're going to do 5 more, doing really well. Keeping your elbows next to your sides, standing tall, core engaged. Thinking about a longer exhale than inhale. Trying to breathe through your nose. And final one here. Okay, now we're going to make the movement a little bit bigger. So taking, if you've got a band, you're going to just put some more band into the middle. We're going to squeeze. You're going to take your elbows out, then you're going to take your arms out to the sides, come back to the middle, and then release off through your wrists to the middle. So we're squeezing, taking those wrists out, elbows come out to meet them, elbows back gently, and then wrists back to the middle. So if you don't have a band, I want you to now really focus on the in and make it as slow as you can, as if you're resisting something like a band wanting to pull you back to the middle. So if you don't have a band, the other things you can use instead of a band are sometimes a pair of thick tights will work for some exercises. An inner tube works quite well as well. It's a little bit tougher than a band, but an old inner tube that you can cut works quite well. And you could, for some exercises, use a belt, but not for this one, obviously. Okay, we're going to do 2 more here. This is just working deep into those rhomboids. And final one. And then give those shoulders a little wiggle. Thanks for joining me for my mini arm workout today. I hope you found it really beneficial. Check out my playlist for other videos you can do from wherever you are, whenever you like. Bye for now.